Okay, we're going to increase rank in my veteran and my patrician. And I did actually use my patrician in this settlement, so that's a bit of an awkward one. So let's just get him bunged out. So he's now increasing that one, which is great. My patrician is actually increased. So let's see if we can get a upgrade which gives us more public order, because that's always a good one to get. So which do you think that'll be under? Persuasion? No. Authority, melee attack. Where's all the public order? Because these guys are basically, they're like administrators. You'd think they'd be able to increase public order in some shape or form. Their passive does that, which is this. And it also gives a lot of other stuff as well. Oh, they might have changed it in this. Oh, no, it doesn't. Wow, that is actually different. So you'd think it'd increase public order, but again, maybe that's what the veteran's there for. So what do you think would be a good upgrade? I could get this again, gets more authority. And adds the conversion rate to be more higher. This would get rid of upgrade costs. Actually, this might be a good one. Let's get this. Trade and tariffs. Get it to level 2. My veteran is all the way over here chilling. That army actually has disappeared, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. Let's get this to rank 3. This would give me more campaign movement speed for this agent. And eventually I'll be able to see. But I just want to have a look around and see what the hell's going off here. Because I don't... Are these guys at war with anyone? They're not. So I don't know where this army has gone. Maybe it might go around this way. I suppose I want to siege this and take the settlement out. So let's just do that. Because look at this. They're just not even worth my time right now. I'm just going to put them under siege. I will lose some units for doing that. But I feel like... You know, it's funny. I mean, I could subjugate them, you know, and just do it that way, but I don't know if that would be... might actually be a good idea to do that. Because the way you want to work in this game is you don't want to overexpand too quickly that you end up in a situation which is that you get your butt handed to you. Because you've just kind of, like, gone over the top of everything. And that usually makes it kind of difficult in terms of, like, if you expand too quickly, it can actually have a massive negative effect on your empire, because you can't ban all the... Like I said, at the moment, because I'm having public order issues... with a lot of my settlements being very unhappy, the more you expand out, you need to man these with units. So like in terms of with this guy here, I need to actually come down and just jump into settlements and go, okay, can you guys be happy? How about you? So you need an army to be close or in the province or nearby in the settlement to actually benefit the population's happiness. So I may just put it, I might just like attack this. And yeah, attack it and then subjugate them, because they don't have anything else. They're not at war with. They're only at war with me. They're Italian in nature anyway, so eventually they will. They're very, very loyal, so they won't break anything. These guys are reliable and cautious. So they're more defensive in nature, and then I can kind of focus somewhere else. So let's do this. Let me do that. Kill these guys off, and then I want to subjugate them. So now they are part of my group. So if we move down, I don't have to worry about dealing with them. So they're kind of protecting my north border and this sense. A good idea to actually subjugate these guys. Or should I say my east border. And then I can focus on trying to deal with the Samnites down here, which are going to be a bit of an issue. Because there's, they've got... Samnites are quite large, I think, down here. They own... this settlement here, they got Bavarium. I think they got another 2 down here, so it might be worth just to move down and see what I can do. And at least I can consolidate where I am in public order terms, because it's not going very well. Oh, what have I got? I've got a bit of money now, so I can actually spend some. Ooh, archives would give me very much quite a lot of public order, which would be good. Is this in Rome? What did I get here? This is Capitoline Hill. I don't think I've actually got the... What do I want to get here? Get the amphitheater, which would give some influence. I can get some more public scroll if I get the shops, but it increases my trade, which is something I probably may want to do. This gives public order and spies. The Traveller's Lodge. Or do I want to go for this one and try and get the sanitation up? Because again, public order again is perfect. Let's get the water tank. I think that's a good one to get. Get the water tank. That would also give me some agricultural wealth. More growth. We'll get that. And I'm getting a nice bit of income per turn now, so it's kind of good. And this can have just latrines. I think that's a good one. Maybe. It's weird because I'm trying to figure out what would be a good option. Maybe we might be better to increase this. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get the wine up. Give him more income. And plus it gives more garrison. Let's get some Roman swordsmen. See if my new found subjects will give me... No, they won't give me trade, but they'll like me eventually. We've got the Freshadians up here. I wonder if they'll have a trade agreement. Yeah, non-aggression pact seems decent. How about a trade agreement? No. About if I give you some money. Actually, I don't think I've got much money available, but we'll see what we can do. Yes, nice. So that actually kind of helps. So it means it gives me... The cool thing about trade routes in the game is that you can get this. So you can actually find a lot of, as you would call, discover a lot of factions this way. So if you find a settlement that you don't... Because the way trade works in this game is it works in the kind of sense of if you have a border with them, you will trade directly with them across land. But if you don't, and in this case, because I don't have a direct border touching them, even though I have subjugated the Aquere, what will happen is that I will find then the nearest route to go by is all the way around. So it goes all the way around the bottom of the Italian peninsula here, around the boot, as you can see, and up the top, and it goes into the coast. So, but it also reveals, because it gives me line of sight on this trade route, it also reveals all these other factions. So you can see here, all these on the coast. I've also found the Syracuse. And I think these guys are all Hellenic. So these are all Greek, as you'll call them, they're Greek settlements, or colonies is probably the correct term to use. As you can see here, there's quite a lot of them. Greece, by this point, was quite strong in the classical world. They had a lot of settlements all over the place in the Mediterranean. So they've got quite a lot, of course. So Syracuse is maybe a good one to just trade with at some point, but right now they kind of don't want to. They're neutral. Okay, so we've got peace negotiated between my vassal and my ally, which is fantastic. We do have some troubled populace, which, again, not the best thing in the world, but that will deal with that. I do have a... Samnites have taken and attacked my ally and taken this settlement, so I want to move down and try and replenish at the moment. So we'll move to here. And we just need to replenish my units back up. I also want to bring my veteran back down. I don't really need to look that way. How are we doing on terms of population down here? Okay, we definitely want to make sure I get you into here. There we go. So overall, my happiness is increasing, which is good. We have a nice bit of income coming in. We do want to get some... Do we want any more upgrades here? Again, I'm trying to stuck between getting an archive or something which is more in terms of benefiting the commerce here. Because again, there's a lot that gives agricultural commerce, which the biggest one is the shops. But the shops give a negative... yeah. And you know what? We'll get the archives because it gives less corruption. It gives plus ranked dignitaries when I recruit them there. And there's more public order. And I get a better tax rate. So it kind of... It's a good all-round benefit, I feel. It gives me some money just to spend. And then we're just going to have to see what happens next turn. Anything else that I've missed here? No, we've just got trouble population. I love early game. Early game's quite straightforward. You get through a lot of turns very quickly, and there's not much going off. You don't have a lot to micromanage until later on down the line when you have quite a large area that you control. Okay, we've got the research completed. We've got an increase in rank of my patrician. So let's get the research done first. What have we got here? So I want to try and get some of these finished because they all give kind of slight benefits. Let's try and get the replenishment rate and morale some more. I want to take this settlement off the Samnites if possible. That would actually give me a half a strong in this area, which we think would be good. So let's move my veteran down to here. Actually, let's try and see if we can deal with this veteran. How strong is he? I could slaughter him and try and see if I can actually take him out. Yes. So he's not dead, he's wounded. But removes him from the board for the time being. Or the map. And I'm going to try and take the settlement. So let's take this out. A balanced stance. And we want to occupy it. So now I control 2 out of the 4 settlements in this province, which is good. So my ally controls 2, I control 2. And that actually puts a borderline. So if I declared peace, The Samnites won't be able to actually get to... Well, they could go for my territory, but it would upset me. But I don't think they'll have peace at the moment. So let's kind of get rid of a lot of these stuff now. Actually, it might be worth getting rid of this one. And this one. Let's get rid of it here. So I can actually change this around a little bit. And then we definitely want to get rid of you as well. So I've taken another settlement, we've taken an Octopublic Order again, but that's fine. I want to see where these Samnites are going to go. They might back off because of they've just seen like, oh god, there's another army here. There's not just the one in Fregelia. There's actually this Roman army that's just appeared up. It's like, oh, yeah, let's back away. I'm going to get my position level up, which is good. What level ranks did I get into this guy? Okay, so that was the hand one that I had. So let's get a gold stolen while deploying in enemy territory, tax rate of local province while deployed, which is good, but there is a public order penalty. We got steel, discredit amount. Okay. I do want authority though. That's kind of the thing that I do want. Authority based, upkeep cost of all units in the parent army. That's if you have them in. Let's give it communist because I still get one of the benefits, which is nice, which is when I recruit units is 4% cheaper, but I don't get the upkeep cost of most folk because that's only when you have them in your area. But I can get a witch, and she should give me a nice little benefit there. But yeah, sometimes you can't get both the benefits because it only works when you're actually attached to an army, which is always a bit of a kind of like a trade-off. I do also have this army which needs a promotion. Oh, my general. Go on, general. Get in there. Let's give him... we can actually have the rally ability. That's kind of good, that one. That gives him a lot of... makes him really strong. But then saying that, there is also a... I mean, I could get the warrior. There is this one down here that gives rank increase. So I'm going to get that one, because what I can do is sell my units and get a better rank increase. Instead of leveling them up, you can just buy units more experienced, which is a bit strange, but I guess it's like they're doing training as you recruiting them. So they kind of come out with a couple of levels of experience, which is a lot better than trying to go into combat and get them to have a lot of kills but not take a lot of losses, because you have the way ranks work is based on the amount of units, what experience, how many kills they've had compared to losses. So it's a bit of an awkward one. So if you have a lot of battles where you're crushing enemies without taking much casualties, your army will increase in experience a lot more than if you have a close battle, because you both take a lot of casualties. And then I know that those units are replaced by new recruits, which are less experienced. Okay, so you join me in the mixed of a defensive battle. So that settlement I've just taken, the I can't remember how you pronounce the bloody name of the damn settlement. But yes, we got attacked by two armies of the Samnites. The one that was nearby anyway, but they also brought some reinforcements up. So I've got to deal with them. Now, this is the main army at the moment that's here. This is the smaller one. So this is actually the one that's easier to deal with. They have some Greek archers. They've got some spearmen, but they also have their general unit, which is ridiculous. I think it's like rank 7. It's very strong. I don't know if it'd be rank 5. So this one's going to be extremely strong to deal with. And they also do they have some companion cavalry here. So I do I've set myself up in a good situation. I've got my, as you can see down here, I've got some spearmen behind in a hoplite formation. I also have these guys here as well. Actually, these guys aren't even in hoplite formation. There we go. So early on in the game, Greek kind of mimics the fighting style of the Greeks in the terms of hoplites, as you can see here. But eventually they kind of switched into the more known way of the Romans work, but that's after a few reforms that haven't happened yet. But early on in the Roman Republic, they followed quite often the Greek style. Now the idea is I want to try and bottle them in here, so if they attack from 2 directions, they might come all the way around. There is actually a second army, but I can't remember where they're coming in from. But what I want to try and do is draw them in and use my cavalry to come around the back and slam into them. Because if I can get rid of their archers, I can then use my slingers to deal with them. But anyway, let's get into the battle, and hopefully this plans out for the better. But we will see how that goes. Well, 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 look at that. A decisive victory. I'm actually getting surprised. I thought that it was going to be a lot more of a tougher fight than I realised, but because I could flank around the sides without the AI really paying too much attention, I managed to just envelop them and kill them all, which is usually a tactic you want to do when it comes. If you cut off an army's retreat, they're more likely to panic and try and get out as best they can do. And yeah, so they lost a shit ton of units, 2,500. They lost, and I only lost, you know, a fifth of that, nearly. So it's worked out really well. I'm happy. So we've more or less just wiped out the Samnite's main two armies, I feel, in one fell swoop, plus one of the most experienced generals. Look at that. I absolutely killed him. When it's red placard, it means that or red background, it means that that unit's dead. You know, it's not coming back. A lot of my units, as you can see here, jumped up in experience because the amount of kills they got. As always, the cavalry have picked up quite a lot of kills, but that's really useful. I probably want to release them. That's a good idea.